Right, so hammock we're using, or hammock I'm using, DD Hammock's Frontline. First job's going to be to hang my tree straps. Right, so first thing we've got to do is put my tree huggers onto the trees. Tree hugger, just a long piece of webbing with a loop at either end. So it's a sewn in loop, one on each end. And on mine I have a soft shackle carabiner. So here's the soft shackle carabiner, piece of am steel which feeds in on itself. All I do, I've got the loop at the end, I can loosen the sheath, so that feeds in on itself, goes inside, and if I can loosen that to create a big loop. Got a big knot on the other end. If I put that knot through the loop, I can then pull the sheath back along, and that tightens up, and that's my carabiner. Extremely strong, that will hold my body weight. So I've got one of those on the end of each tree hugger. So here's the first apple tree. What we do, put the tree hugger round, put one loop through the other loop, pull it tight. If you need it to be a bit shorter, all you've got to do is wrap around. So on the end of my tree hugger I will have my soft shackle carabiner. Okay, so tree number 2, same thing again. Tree hugger goes round, one loop through the other, tighten up. Again, I need to shorten mine because of the distance involved. And a soft shackle at the end. Alright, so the next thing I attach to my tree sling is the am steel Whoopie Sling. Whoopie Sling is an adjustable length of line made from am steel. Well, it doesn't have to be, but this is. I'll show you how it works once it's up. But I've got a loop in the end which I'm going to attach to my soft shackle carabiner. Okay, so I've put the Whoopie Sling onto the tree sling on both sides now, so I've got one there on the apple tree on the right and one on the apple tree on the left, and in the middle I have my 2 Whoopie Slings. Okay, all I've got to do now is attach the ends of the hammocks onto that carabiner. Now, it's important that I do that the right way around. So I want the bottom of the carabiner, the opening part, to be facing the ground. If any water comes down this line, this is going to act as a drip stop and stop it wicking down into the hammock. So that's a very important part of this setup. Alright, so let's do the other side. Again, the opening part facing the ground. Okay, so what I've got now is my hammock attached to both trees with a lot of loose line. Now here comes the beauty of a whoopie sling. That's it, tensioned in seconds. Let's just take out a bit more tension. We'll do a close-up of this. Grab my loose end, push along there and pull this. And that tightens. Then all I've got to do is tie up the excess cord. Okay, here's an overview of the key features of my hammock setup. Okay, first thing we've got is the tree sling. Tree sling comes down and attaches to an steel soft shackle carabiner. That's then connected to my adjustable whoopie sling, which allows me to very quickly adjust the tension in the hammock. And that then comes onto this carabiner. This carabiner really is a key part of the setup, as it's the barrier between the water coming down the line and entering your hammock. The water can't wick down that carabiner, it will drip off the bottom. So then we're onto the hammock itself, the DD front line, and rinse and repeat on the other side. This whoopie sling right now is almost at its shortest, as are the tree slings. So you can see I've got a lot of room to have a much wider tree setup than this.